Live here in Studio B on WNCW, that's Anya Hinkle singing and playing the guitar, Akira Satake on the banjo, and Duncan Wickel on the fiddle. That is a tune that, I don't know, was either written maybe 50 or 80 years ago, or maybe just in the last week or two following the big floods that devastated a lot of us here in Western North Carolina. Which is it?
You know, this has been a song that Akira and I have been working on for a couple years now. But I was thinking the same thing, that it's newly relevant with the events of just the last week or so. So it was a good chance to present it, I guess, today. But I don't know, Akira, it's really your song. Maybe you'd like to speak about it.
Well, I wrote this song when I moved to Swannanoa. I wrote this song when I moved to Swannanoa about 15 years ago. I was living in Brooklyn, New York, and then came down to Swannanoa, and quite foggy many days. And I was sitting on the back porch and start to write song like this, and probably one of the most traditional Appalachian feeling song I ever wrote.
Cool. All right. So it's got a little history to it. And but Anya said you two have been kind of working on it back and forth the last couple of years?
Yeah, this whole project actually is, coming together with Akira anyway has been something that I guess we've been doing for the past 2-3 years or so. And Akira kindly asked me if I would be interested in writing some lyrics to some of his songs, since he primarily writes instrumentals. And this is, I think, the second song that we did like that. And I kind of took the chorus and just like the idea of thinking about the hills of Swannanoa and those beautiful valleys over there. But then the verses I kind of made my own melody for, and just we sort of fit them together. But I was inspired by the events of the flood in Swannanoa about 100 years ago, and I just was reading a lot about that and kind of made up this story about that. But yeah, kind of newly relevant, as I said. So
Yeah, that, I assume that was the big flood that hit. Was it 100 years ago? The one that hit Western North Carolina that was just kind of commemorated this past year, the floods of 1918.
Still terrible flooding in the Biltmore area and all of that.
Yeah.
So.
Now, Akira, I know you are from Osaka, Japan, but you've been living in Swannanoa since when?
15 years ago. I cannot calculate what was year.
Something around 15 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've called this area home for about the same amount of time, and you have kept busy not only with the wonderful music you're playing today, but he's a great potter, right?
Well, that is my day job.
Yeah, the day job. Yeah.
The 9 to 5.
The 9 to 5.
No. I wish. Like 9 to 10 sometimes.
Well, sometimes we like to say, don't give up your day job, when it's the one that's really lucrative. But we have another reason for you to not give it up either. It's because you make some beautiful work with your ceramic artwork. I encourage folks to look online and look at some of his work. Akira Satake, he's got stuff on his website and all, and Facebook. And each of you you're each very busy with your music, various different careers. I look forward to talking more about each of what you all have been working on individually and with your groups like Teleco, Anya. But we're talking about this interesting trio that is playing this evening at Ambrose West in West Asheville. I think you all are one of the first acts that we've had here in Studio B that's playing at this new venue on Haywood in West Asheville. So it's a real treat to have you all here for a number of reasons. Let's hear another tune.
Okay, well, we're going to do something, I don't know if this has been done before in Studio B, you might, we're going to sing a song in Japanese. Has that been done before?
I think it has in the past, but I'm drawing a blank on just who it was. It could have been Jake Shimabukuro, who we just heard. He may have mentioned a little bit, but mostly he's does more in English. I can't remember who else has been here before that would maybe have sung in Japanese, but I don't know. This is at least one of the first times.
I've been going to Japan almost every year to do some touring, and also just visiting. My in-laws are all Japanese, so we have good excuse to go over there and places to stay and things like that. But I've also had the opportunity to meet a lot of Japanese artists and do shows with them, which has been a real wonderful experience. And for this past tour, I wanted to do something. I wanted to do a song by a Japanese songwriter named Uchida Bob, but everybody calls him Bobu. And he's a real inspirational guy. He's not only a singer-songwriter, but an activist for peace and anti-nuclear activities. And he wrote this beautiful song that I did on this tour, and I've just continued to sing it because it's such a beautiful song. And it's called Kogu Dake Sa. And Kogu Dake Sa, Akira means, please translate.
Oh God, it's Kogu Dake Sa, just sailing, just rowing.
Just rowing.
Boat.
Rowing the boat. So that's what we're all doing here and out there everywhere. It's just, we're just all keeping on. And I think it's something that even if it's in Japanese, we can all relate to. And so in light of that, we're going to feature Duncan, who we haven't heard from yet in the mic. Say hi.
Oh. Well, if by feature you mean mumble Japanese backing vocals.
Yeah, we're gonna have everybody sing along.